Rasmus Højlund is the ideal striker for Erik Ten Hag. Here's why. Rasmus Højlund has had a breakthrough season this year, playing 37 matches total, scoring 16 goals and assisting 7 times. That's great numbers for a 20-year-old with only 2,234 minutes, especially in his first breakthrough season in the Serie A. Højlund has all the physical attributes that you want in the ideal striker. He's tall, mobile, and strong. Højlund is 6'3", meaning he will be a presence in corner kicks and free kicks. And although he is tall and strong, he is also fast and agile. Højlund is a cheat code physically. Think FIFA. Imagine you are in career mode playing as a player or it's pro clubs and you're creating your ideal striker. Højlund is that striker. His technical ability is fantastic. He has a decent first touch that will improve with coaching and experience. He's a great passer, he's deceivingly good at dribbling, and he's great at holding the ball. Højlund is very decisive with his passing and shooting, and he has great striker instincts when it comes to his movement and positioning. He also has great spatial awareness of him and his teammates. Although Højlund is young, he has a lot of experience when it comes to the Denmark team and is trusted with leading the line up top as the lone striker. And at a young age of 20, that can only be a good thing. Højlund has 6 appearances for Denmark, scoring 6 goals. That's 1 goal per game. That's absolutely fantastic. Højlund is going to change our attack entirely. Firstly, Højlund has had no injuries except for an adductor injury which he sustained back in May, which made him miss 2 games. Let's hope it stays that way. Secondly, he is an excellent presser with bags of stamina and has the footballing IQ when it comes to pressing. Anyone can run around like a headless chicken, but few have the IQ to position themselves well in the press. Thirdly, he is well-rounded. Højlund can do everything. Similar to Harry Kane, he can create for his wingers, he can assist, score, hold the ball, pass, make runs, he's good aerially, he's great at dribbling, and he's a great presser. Fourthly, he is young. He is only 20 years old, which means Ten Hag can mold him and coach him into being the exact ideal striker that he wants. Højlund is one of the best in the world when it comes to progressive passes received. He is in the top 1% of forwards. This means he's making runs and getting into deadly positions where he's dragging defenders out and creating space for his teammates to pass, or he can collect the ball and shoot. He's in the top 7 percentile of forwards when it comes to touches in the opponent's penalty area. This is ideal and exactly what Ten Hag needs. What's significant about Højlund is although he receives passes and touches the ball in the penalty area, he is also excellent in build-up play, and that's one thing Ten Hag likes as well in his strikers. Man United need a striker that's in the penalty box. I expect Ten Hag to give Højlund the specific instructions to stay in the penalty box. I predict Højlund will score a lot of tap-in goals, which is exactly what Man United need. Most of Man United's goals are hard-fought and require a wonder shot. Instead, United need to improve on a more consistent, easier approach of tap-in goals from smart movement off the ball between the players, creating runs and space for each other. I have no doubt with Højlund's footballing IQ and Ten Hag's playstyle that he will instill this season. United will improve on that metric. Højlund is in the top 1% when it comes to long pass completion percentage. This means passes that are longer than 30 yards. In other words, 27 meters. That's essentially a cross. This means not only can he be that striker that's in the box, but if some cases Bruno were to switch and stay in the box, Højlund could then dribble to the right and then cross it in for Bruno or Rashford. Højlund's in the top 4% when it comes to penalty kicks won. This means he does have a good skill for gamesmanship. Although some would say that's a bad thing, I believe that's a great skill to have as a forward. People saying we need a ready striker this season. I'm telling you right now, Højlund will score at least 20 goals and assist at least 5 for Manchester United this 23 and 24 season. I can promise you this, United are about to sign a baller. Højlund definitely passes the eye test. With the eye test, he's a very good dribbler and carrier of the ball. He's good at receiving the ball with his back to goal and then doing a feint and passing it to the winger, or in Man United's case, Bruno or Mount when they make forward runs into the box. He has serious technique when it comes to shooting the ball, and he can generate an insane amount of power, which reminds me of Wayne Rooney. Højlund's ball recoveries is at a pretty high percentile compared to other forwards, at the 77th percentile per 90 minutes. That means he recovers 2.85 loose balls per game. Højlund is great when it comes to offside traps. He is in the 90th percentile. That means he's rarely caught offside, and once again, meaning he has great footballing IQ to time his runs perfectly. He's very confident in his dribbling abilities and does not shy away from it. He's in the 92nd percentile for take-ons attempted, meaning he attempts to dribble past defenders 3.68 times per match. And this success rate is actually pretty high. His success rate is at 83% success rate take-ons compared to other forwards in the Big 5 leagues, Champions Leagues and Europa League. Højlund's biggest weakness is his miscontrols and dispossession stat. He's in the bottom 3% when it comes to miscontrols and being dispossessed. This is one thing he will have to work on and improve on. This means he miscontrols the ball 4.61 times per 90 and gets dispossessed 2.75 times per 90. When compared to other strikers who I love as well, such as Offside, Offside is in the bottom 21% when it comes to miscontrols. He miscontrols the ball 3.28 times per 90. He's also in the bottom 30% when it comes to dispossessed stats. He gets dispossessed 1.66 times per 90. This means even though Offside is seen as a player who with a bad first touch, he controls the ball more often than Højlund. Add Højlund into United's team in the 2022 and 2023 season instead of Weghorst, and I believe United would have another 10 to 12 more points in the Premier League and possibly have won another trophy. Højlund is the ideal striker, and if United do not sign him this summer, I believe he will be 100 million euros next summer. And although Rasmus Højlund isn't the world-class Finnish article right now, he has all the talent in the world to be that world-class striker in 2 years' time. This is why Ten Hag has identified him as his ideal striker after Kane, which is seen as unachievable and unrealistic. Even at Højlund's current level and skill, he's already an improvement on what Man United had last season. Last season, United had a Martial who is perpetually injured and a Weghorst who quite frankly was not the quality United should have went for, even as a third choice bench striker. With Man United struggling to offload Martial due to his high wages and suspect injury record, it's safe to assume that he will remain at United for one more season. With that in mind, United will be going into the season with Højlund, Martial and Rashford as striker options. And honestly, I'm not mad about that. I believe that this is good enough to definitely finish in a top 4 and compete in several competitions. I believe Højlund will be among the best strikers in the world in 2 to 3 years. Especially with Ten Hag's coaching, Højlund will go far.